story begins at night. A group of teenagers was partying on the beach. There were many boys and girls there, all having a great time. Just then, a few boys discover a strange, large egg-like object. None of them could figure out what it was. Anyway, they soon got back into the party mood. After partying all night, everyone became exhausted, so they went to their cars and fell asleep. But the next morning, when they woke up, a girl named Marcia began throwing up. Everyone thought it might be from too much drinking, but Marcia was silently feeling something strange. Meanwhile, a girl named Rooney saw a bird land on the sand, but suddenly, something strange from the sand swallowed the bird whole. She got very scared and ran to warn Marcia, saying, "Don't step on the sand. There's danger there." But by then, Marcia had already stepped onto the sand, and her foot began to sink into it. She tried to pull her leg up, but her hands got stuck in the sand too. She screamed in fear. Her friends, watching from the cars, didn't know what to do, because something strange was happening in the sand. Seeing Marcia's condition, one of her friends in the car rushes out to help. Everyone tries to stop him, but he doesn't listen. And the moment his foot touches the sand, he falls. He tries to stand up, but no matter what he does, it's impossible. His skin is stuck to the sand, and something has started eating him. His friends try to start the car, hoping they can pull him out somehow. But unfortunately, the car doesn't start. Then another guy throws a rope toward him, but he's in such bad shape, he can't even catch it. And within moments, his entire body sinks into the sand. Everyone watches in horror. Helpless and terrified, they all start to panic. And then they decide, no matter what, they have to get out of there. Juna tries to start the car again, but no matter what he does, it just doesn't work. At that moment, we see a chubby boy. He's stuck inside a barrel. He starts to move. His friends warn him, "Don't move, because if you fall, the sand will eat you too." The boy thinks maybe they're joking, because he didn't see what happened with his own eyes. But he's in pain inside the barrel, so he keeps moving. One guy tells him, "Someone is coming to help us in the next 2 hours, so you have to stay calm until then." And since he has no choice, he agrees. But the truth is, no one is coming to help. They gave him false hope right from the beginning. Then Rooney says, "Just last night we had a party here. Nothing happened, and the people who were with us, they're gone." That means after they went to sleep, the sand swallowed them all. We're only alive because we stayed inside the car, away from the sand. Meanwhile, the chubby boy is suffering badly under the sun, so his friends give him sunscreen to manage for now. After applying it, he feels a little better. At that moment, everyone's attention turned to the egg-like object they had found the night before. In the darkness, they hadn't realized what it was, but now it was clear it was actually an egg. Something had hatched from it and likely disappeared into the sand, and that very creature was now attacking them. A boy named Juna realized that sitting there was pointless. No one was coming to help, so he decided to reach the table on the other side. To do that, he threw down his skateboard and tried to glide across to the table. But as he tried to climb up, his foot slipped and he came dangerously close to the sand. Suddenly, something strange from the sand tried to attack his stomach, but Juna quickly jumped and barely made it to the other side. There, he found a bag with a banana inside. Juna ate the banana. However, it made him vomit, and he also got an infection from the sand. Everyone panicked, but Juna reassured them, saying, "I'm fine. Just think about saving yourselves." However, after a while, blood started oozing from Juna's wound. He lay down where he was. At that moment, a girl sitting in the car said, "Our mobile phones are in the back of the car. We have to get them somehow, so we can call for help." But no one wanted to take that risk. Opening the car trunk was a tough task. They could fall into the sand while trying. Still, the girl named Kelly decided to do it. She tried opening the trunk, but it wouldn't budge. From above, Rooney handed her a piece of metal and said, "Try using this." Finally, she managed to open the trunk. Just then, someone was seen approaching from the distance. It was a police officer from the area. Seeing that, everyone felt relieved and hopeful. Just then, Kelly's hand got stuck in the trunk of the car. She screamed in pain as it began to hurt badly. Everyone started calling out to the officer for help, but the officer thought they were probably on drugs and acting weird because of it. Anyway, the officer drove the car closer and reached them. Even though the group warned him not to step down, he did. But nothing happened to him. He was wearing thick boots. The officer first tried to pull out the chubby boy who was stuck, but the boy was completely wedged in, and there was no way to get him out. The officer reassured them, "Don't worry, my team will be here soon, and they'll get you out safely." "But I don't understand. What are you all even doing here?" he added. That's when the black girl asked him to help get Kelly's hand out of the trunk, but the officer ignored her. Rooney got angry and started yelling at him. The officer asked, "Why are you all being so rude? What's your problem?" Rooney replied, "We can't touch the sand. A little while ago, it swallowed 2 of our friends. That's why we're so scared." After hearing this, the officer said, "Don't joke with me. If that were true, how am I still standing on the sand without a problem? Now come down quickly." But none of them wanted to go down. They knew if they did, they wouldn't survive. Now, the officer got really angry and reached for his gun. But just then, his keys fell to the ground. When he bent down to pick them up, Rooney warned him not to. But the officer didn't listen and reached for the keys anyway. That's when his hand got stuck in the sand. He started using his pepper spray, but it didn't work. Instead, the creature in the sand bit off half of his arm. He screamed in pain. Within moments, the sand swallowed up his entire body. Rooney and her friend realized that the officer had been wearing thick boots. That's why the creature didn't attack him right away. Her friend rushed to tell the others and asked for thick fabric or clothing. But when the black girl threw it toward him, he tried to catch it. Unfortunately, he lost balance and fell onto the sand. Within seconds, the root-like creature emerged and began devouring him. The creature slithered into his body, draining all his blood. And in just moments, he was completely consumed. Seeing this, the girl broke down in fear and began crying. Rooney tried to calm her down, saying, "Don't cry. It's going to be okay." Then she jumped into their car and slapped the black girl because it was her idea to come here in the first place. Anyway, the 2 of them managed to free Kelly's trapped hand somehow. Meanwhile, the chubby boy who had been stuck in the drum for so long was in extreme pain, and his body had started bleeding. As that blood reached the sand, the creature sensed his presence. Rooney and the other girl dropped a metal piece down below, using it to climb toward Juna. The black girl reached the top safely. Then, Rooney followed. Finally, Kelly wrapped her wounded hand with cloth and started moving slowly. But drops of blood fell from her hand, and she began to lose balance, then slipped and fell onto the sand. The creature immediately devoured her. Meanwhile, the blood from the chubby boy's body also began seeping into the sand, and the creature sensed it too. The black girl quickly wrapped herself with thick cloth and successfully made it to the police car. Seeing this, the chubby boy smiled in relief. But by then, the creature had grown much bigger. It detected his blood and dragged him into the sand too. The creature had become massive and powerful after feeding on so many people. Meanwhile, sensing the presence of the black girl, it started shaking the car she was in. She hit her head and lost consciousness. Now, Rooney was all alone, confused and unsure of what to do. Time passed, and night fell. Eventually, the black girl regained consciousness. Somehow, she managed to help Juna and Rooney back into the car. But just then, the creature emerged and attacked. In the darkness, its body glowed with an eerie light. Rooney climbed to the top of the car and found a bottle of petrol. The creature lunged at the bottle, but Rooney had a plan. She quickly poured another bottle of fuel around the car, and some of it splashed onto the creature as well. Then, seizing the moment, she lit a fire. Instantly, the flames spread and caught onto the creature. Rooney jumped back into the car. The creature, now burning, weakened and couldn't continue its attack. The night wore on, and eventually they all fell asleep. The next morning, someone arrived and woke them up. Rooney stepped outside, cautiously placing her foot on the sand, but nothing happened. That meant the creature might have died the night before, but only 2 of them had survived. Juna had died during the night. However, at the very end of the movie, there's a twist. The creature didn't die. It had escaped into the ocean, and now it was moving toward the city. That means its next target is an entire town, and that's where the movie ends.